Yeah, certainly it was an unbelievable opportunity, and you're with USA Basketball in a cycle. So after the 20 Olympics, which were actually played in 21, it's been an unbelievable journey from mini training camps to opportunities in qualifying events to the gold medal in the World Cup. I've been with that team since the 21 Olympics, and it's just been, a truly humbling opportunity to be with them, including the qualifying tournament where I was actually on the bench because the college coaches weren't available. First, thank you again. Paris was an unbelievable journey when we know the pressure to try to acquire that 8th straight, gold medal for the team, and that everybody's gunning for you. It was an incredible experience. I've really enjoyed collaborating and working with Cheryl, and then the other head coaches. Mike Tebow and I have a history together of when we were, when I was in Connecticut and some of those epic battles in that 19 final. So just being around coaches all the time, the head coaches, and understanding the collaboration that went behind the scenes was remarkable. How it translates back to the league is you learn, you pick up things that Cheryl or Mike or even the collegiate coaches, and then Tanisha Wright with Atlanta was in the same role as I was. So you pick up things, you pick up tendencies, you pick up terminology that could help our team. And in the 48 hours that I've been back, I've changed some of our terminology that I think makes things easier. So you're never, as a coach, I don't believe, ever not learning. I take pride from 17 to 22, those 6 seasons. We won the most games in the league in Connecticut. But you better still be learning. You better still be adapting. And so, I'm taking things from that experience and watching the best players in the world on how they were coached, how terminology to help them, actions on the floor. All of that's going to benefit us these last 16 games when we have the opportunity to practice and implement some of the things that I feel really correlate back to our team. Sorry for the long answer.
That's great.
Hey, Coach. Somewhat of a long-winded question, if you would just bear with me for a second. So, Carmelo Anthony, he was asked on a podcast if he would trade any of his gold medals for a championship, and he said no, he wouldn't, because there's a certain type of pride that comes with winning a gold. And you talked about pride, and so I was just curious. As a coach, does seeing your players succeed at that level as opposed to the W, is there like a different sense of pride that comes with it, or is it just a different sense of joy, appreciation, and if so, in what way?
Yeah, I agree with him in a lot of aspects that when the national anthem is playing, it's just hard not to be crazy emotional, that you're representing something bigger than yourselves. One of the things that is unique about that situation is you have 12 of the best players in the world on Team USA, but very few of them get to be themselves. The sacrifices that each one of them have to do in order to have success, they can't always truly be themselves. You try to let Asia, be herself. Stewie, try to be herself, but everybody else, and even those two, are sacrificing for the greater good and maybe what their game is like to bring it all together. So with all that, and then representing the country, and the pressure that you're supposed to win, and if you don't win, it's a failure, is hard to explain to someone sitting at home. It's hard to explain to my assistant coaches exactly the pressure that we were trying to take a little bit off of Cheryl's plate, and the players. And so I agree, it is something truly, truly remarkable. I'm a coach that's been to 4 semifinals in this league, 2 finals, game 5, coming up short twice in championship series. It's just knowing how close it was, but I still wouldn't trade that experience. I will forever be a part of a gold medal winning Olympic team. I want to win a championship, and I came here to build something, special and sustainable, but it's going to take some time. But if we never get there, and we didn't get there in Connecticut, the journeys and the family will never be taken away. The special bonds that I have with those players and the special bonds with those teams that came so close, can never be taken away. And, I cherish how good we were in Connecticut. I'm the first to admit, man, I wish we would have won a championship, but it doesn't diminish all that we achieved.
Coach, with 9 active players, how do you approach a game strategically against the first place New York Liberty trying to get a win?
I try not to add up, John, so thank you for reminding me. Once again, I will stand up here and continue to message unintended consequences, and that, my career as a head coach in my 9th season has been defined by players taking advantage of unintended injury consequences. I'm in the same messaging, I'm in the same mode that it opens the doors for others to take advantage of it. I'm exhausted with that message. I can't hide my exhaustion at times on 64 games with the Sparks and counting, and the amount of injuries we're dealing with. In Connecticut, it seemed like we lost a starter for the season each year, and we were able to overcome that. The amount, the depth of injuries here is real, and something that I can't even begin to really truly articulate what we've been through in these 64 games. But I'm going to stand up here and continue to preach to the media and our players that there's unintended consequences and opportunity. And, that opens the door for Ray Burrell to have a good stretch here. It opens the door for Zaya Cook to get more consistent minutes. It gives some people opportunities to maybe play through a mistake or two. Those things are all good for us. How it affects, New York, again, we are going to prepare like the same way every time. We have a good game plan going in. We think we have, a really, really good stuff that we've been working on for 2 days. But it's 2 days, we had 6 or 7 back here working hard for the 2 weeks that us Olympians were over in Paris. But we've had 2 good days of practice to try to prepare for tonight, and I think we have a good game plan in and see if we can execute it.
Ray Morelli, Sport Tribune. Outside of three-point shooting, which they lead in both makes and attempts, what else are they going to focus on against Liberty?
Yeah, I think they do a good job, Ray, at the rim and threes, right? They don't get forced into a lot of mid-range twos, which is modern basketball. It's analytic basketball, and they're executing to that. So they have the JJs and the Stewies and big guards that they can throw the ball into the paint. They can drive it into the paint, but they're going to take a ton of threes. So you got to find a mixture and be okay at times letting them go, not letting them, but making them go 2 by 2 by 2 and not over helping. I thought at times in the New York series, those 2 games out there, that we over helped at times, which contributed to easier threes. But frankly, we just didn't have great transition defense in either game, which led to nearly 33s in the 2 games out in New York. And so we have to guard the arc better, but the paint is still really important to guard against New York also.
Hey Coach, Jackie with Jackie Ray TV. Welcome back. It's good to see you. It was great to see your picture on Twitter with De'Erica and see the relationship and the love between you. She's obviously fighting another battle off the court. How is your relationship really helping her stay grounded in this fight on the court?
Yeah, I think, from the moment that we acquired De'Erica, the relationship was built around support, and that I believe in her, was excited to coach her, and now that, I'm a year and a half into coaching her, she's a remarkable human. She's a tremendous teammate. I know what I'm gonna get, even though she's been battling her own injuries all year, which is rare for her. Just she knows that I have her back and that I really, really support her. And I will continue to support her in the latest journey that she's going through. And she knows that, and I think she truly appreciates that. And underrated, throughout this season is that she has, signed an extension and wants to bring other people here and wants, to actively recruit other talented players to get the Sparks back to where we want to be. And it's fun to have a partner that is absolutely, dedicated to trying to do that here with us. And so we have a unique relationship, and love her children, and they make things fun. Legend and Amaya make things fun around here.
Thank you, Curt.
Thank you.
Thanks.